Oh, yep. Well, here we are. Didn't take me long after me old fucking tree leaner. Fucking said hello, goodbye, good afternoon, tipped me hat to her. Or it, or whatever the tree is, the thing, the tree, the being. I patted it, and I thanked it, and I went on my way. Well, now here I am, back at the old witchery, right? The old witch comb. And there's the witch fingers now. There's a couple things, like since I said, like if you viewed me a couple prior pics or vids or whatever, like I said, I haven't been able to record, right? All my memories was held up by this rather like more than average video, and I don't want to erase it because like I already accidentally erased the first draft or whatever. And what I say, it comes from the heart, right? Like I'm not scripting this. It's not overly planned. Most of it's not planned at all. And it's just like it just flows out of me, right? So if I were to try to do such a thing again, like erase it in order to get more, like in order to make shorter clips or whatever, and then I try to get, it wouldn't come from the heart, right? It would be kind of scripted, and it would be like, I don't know, it just wouldn't be as genuine as it originally was, right? So I don't want to erase it, right? I don't want to have to redo it and like take to it or whatever. So anyway, I figured it out, and now we're back at the witchery. Now, like I said, I didn't get a lot of things I really wanted to do today. That's okay, right? Because I figured things out, like, just because, like, I have to figure out this technology crap, right? Like, I have to. Like, nobody's going to do it for me. Like, there's only so much, like, I've already known, and so I do research, right? Like, I trial and error it and shit, and I've been figuring it out. So that's neither here nor there. There's a couple things, now, since I haven't been, like, able to take vids lately or whatever, updates or whatever, I haven't been able to keep you up to date, right? Well, now's my chance. So, there's a couple different things I'd like to touch base on. But the first one, now you see, is when I first got here, when I first showed up in this location, when I first went out on my scouting mission and decided this was probably the best, like, most realistic place for me to fucking raise fucking the base, right? This wasn't all, this ground and all this shit. It was not accessible. Everything here was like this, right? Weeds and vines and fucking tall grass up to my fucking, like all the way up to the tippity top of my head, right? Now, I'd worked at it, and I fucking, like, I didn't cut everything down. I didn't even use, like, trimmers or snippers for the most part. Like, I tried to leave as much life and just natural things as possible, but unfortunately some of the grass had to go just so I can move around, right? And so I also cleaned up, like, there's garbage and filth, there's some junky shit. I cleaned all that up, and now it's like a kind of a livable, walkable, movable all around. If I drop something, I won't lose it in the sticks for the most part. Fucking position, right? Well, there was things that I noticed when I first got here. And one of them is these witch fingers, right? Or whatever they are, the bamboo. And now, another thing that I noticed, like, I've done this before, right? This isn't my first fucking time ever cleaning up a fucking area. Is that once you fucking clean up all the grime and the filth and, like, the weeds and, like, the excess stuff, things will start, like, because they have a chance, they have more sunlight, they have, like, less competition for, like, water resources and stuff, things will start to grow, right? They'll be able to fucking peek through. You'll give them a fucking fight and go. And one of those things, hold on a second. One of those things is witch fingers, apparently. And you see these new sprouts here? Like, I've been watching this bigger one sprout up for a little while now, right? And now, it, like I've been doing my best, like, to not bump into it. Like, you see, I've actually accidentally snapped one of the fucking things. Like, I really try not to, but it is kind of in, like, my entrance zone. But you see these? This is just a couple days growth. Boom, boom. It's because I cleared out the land. I took away all the competition for fucking water and fucking minerals and all that stuff. And now new witch fingers are growing, eh? Isn't that a treat? No, I didn't really do that on purpose. It wasn't part of my original plans, right? Like, mind you, I didn't want to kill anything, but I wasn't, like, expecting anything to grow. Well, there we are. Now, I do find these witch fingers, other than, like, they're really cool, very useful, right? They're basically poles, dowels, fucking, they're they're sturdy, right? Especially when they're fresh. They're a very fucking solid resource, a material that I can utilize, which I have utilized just for me like, you see that back pole there? That's a pretty solid witch finger, right? Like, it's a building material, right? Basically. So, now, once again, I'm not planning on being here forever. I've stayed here a little too long, like longer than I expected, but that's just how it is, right? But my next location doesn't have these fucking beautiful fucking bamboo witch finger things. But that doesn't mean that it's not always the case. Like, I am going to, like, I've fucking come to terms with, because I could use not only, I like the plant life, like, I think they're neat, but they're also usable fucking resource, right? Like, you could, as long as you don't fucking cut them all down and use them and use them and use them and take until there's nothing left, it's sustainable, right? Especially if, like, fucking bamboo grows quick, right? So, what I plan on doing, I'm not scooping up all of them, but I'm going to dig some of these up, right? I'm going to keep the roots. I'm going to put them in a potted plant, like a pottery thing. And I'm going to take them along with the John, right? Take them along for the fucking ride. Part of the crew. And then once you plant a couple, they plant themselves, basically. Like, after maybe a season or two, I'll have a whole fucking crop of witch fingers. And I can start fucking utilizing them, right? I can incorporate them into my fucking overall fucking plan for success. And not destroy them, right? Like, I won't fucking abuse and use them like so many other motherfuckers do. But I will still utilize them, right? I will incorporate them, and I will do so in a respectful and appreciative manner, right? Like, I don't take things for granted. I really try not to. Like, I appreciate and cherish everything that I get, right? Because everything has value, and everything has emotion and feeling, and it fucking is part of existence. So why the fuck should you just fucking take and use? No fucking respect, right? No, I'm getting kind of off point. Second thing, now this is something I fucking was saying the other day, is that I was out of kerosene. And so I had to go and do some prospecting and mining. Well, boom, kerosene, right? Brand new fucking bottle. No, I didn't beg for this. I didn't fucking ask anybody to, like, outside the store to buy it for me. I didn't fucking, like, I went out and I fucking prospected. I found a mining zone. I did a little mining. I worked for it. I went and I fucking traded in the raw ore for the fucking shitty fucking capitalist corporate fucking horrible currency that we're all forced to fucking indoctrinate into believing is the best fucking way to go about things. And I fucking earned it, right? Now, this ain't all that expensive. About $17, $23 in tax, or something like that, $22 in tax. No, for many of you, that's nothing, right? That's nothing. That's like an hour's work, not even, right? But for me, that's actually fucking, it's not like overly hard to do, but I'm not a wealthy man when it comes to fucking shitty currency, right? I have much wealth, but it's not money. But all that glitters ain't gold, right? There's a lot more to fucking being a wealthy, rich individual than just shitty ching 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 fucking money. Really, if what you're fucking striving for, if you're fucking, that's what your main drive is, are you really wealthy? Or are you less, right? Because it takes away somehow. I don't know. I've never thought of something like that before, but it just kind of came up. But anyway, look at all the pizza I got. Yeah, fucking huge. Those are pepperoni and sausage and cheese. Now, this particular fucking Little Caesars, I've never seen this before. They make it's like a pepperoni pizza with cheese, right? Just alright, but they use a different type of cheese as well. It's kind of like Cheese Whiz. Anyways, it's my favorite one that I get, right? And it's really good, right? Especially when you cook it, right? Like, it's a fucking good pizza. Like, I like the cheese mix-up, Well, there's one more thing I'd like to show you. I think, I don't know. No, I think that's it. I think that's it for now. Alright, say hello to old fucking Pumpkinhead there, and then hasta luego.